Yellowstone is not only a TV show, it is an entire franchise that takes us on a journey through American history starting from the 19th century. It has multiple prequels, expected sequels, and other spin-off series. Despite behind-the-scenes drama and a bunch of setbacks, it continues to expand every single day. And it seems like it is finally 1944's turn to shine in the series. Yes, you heard it right. The brand new Yellowstone prequel 1944 is on its way, and here is everything we know about the series so far. We all know that Yellowstone is about to release its Season 5 Part 2 on November 10th, 2024. After 5 seasons of intense family drama, political intrigue, and battles over land, the series hints at a wrap-up of the Dutton family's modern story with a bang. Though it is announced that there is a high chance the series will continue with its 6th season, it is made clear that the show will have a completely different trajectory, even if it continues. For more details on potential Yellowstone Season 6, watch my previous video. In a nutshell, for a good old Yellowstone experience, we have to turn our heads to the spin PFF shows. In spring 2025, we'll return to the prequel world of 1923 with its 2nd season. As you all know, this prequel explores the early 20th century struggles of the Dutton family as they faced economic downturns, droughts, and the challenges of frontier life. Season 1 introduced us to powerful characters like Jacob and Cara Dutton, played by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, as they fight to keep their family and land together amidst growing hardships. Season 2 promises to continue this journey, delving further into the impacts of the Great Depression and the aftermath of World War I. We are eager to see how the Duttons navigate these challenges, especially with Spencer Dutton's harrowing post-war experiences coming to the forefront. Alongside 1923 Season 2, another highly anticipated series will debut in spring 2025, freshly titled The Madison. This show marks the first sequel in the Yellowstone universe and is set in a contemporary timeline. While specific details about the plot remain under wraps, this series will offer a fresh take on the Dutton family's legacy as they face new, modern-day challenges. The Madison is expected to introduce new characters and conflicts, setting the stage for future spin-offs that explore the evolution of the Dutton dynasty. Which upcoming Yellowstone release are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments below. The last big project in the franchise's pipeline is 1944, a prequel that will explore the Dutton family's life during World War II. Scheduled for a fall 2025 release, this series will take place during a pivotal time in American history, with the war playing a central role in the storyline. The show is expected to delve into how the war affected Montana's ranching industry, particularly the Yellowstone Ranch, and how the Duttons adapted to the economic and social changes brought on by the conflict. One popular theory is that 1944 will follow characters like Spencer and Alexandra Dutton, or perhaps focus on the later years of Jack and Elizabeth Dutton as they raise the next generation of Duttons. Given that the show is set 20 years after 1923, it could tie directly into the family's history, leading up to the formation of John Dutton's world as we know it in the main Yellowstone series. Fans speculate that John Dutton's father, who would have grown up during this period, might play a central role, giving us a deeper understanding of the stoic rancher's upbringing. Which 1923 character do you hope to see back in 1944? Can't wait to hear your thoughts about it. Rumors have swirled about casting for 1944, with Matthew McConaughey being a name that continues to pop up in fan speculation. Although financial negotiations have reportedly caused some delays, there's still a strong possibility that McConaughey could be involved in this new chapter of the Yellowstone franchise. He is the one name that Taylor Sheridan insists on consistently. Clearly, Sheridan believes that McConaughey is the only name in Hollywood that can perfectly reflect his vision onto the screen. Plus, other rumored names such as Michelle Pfeiffer and Kurt Russell are already cast in The Madison. This means that Sheridan is returning to McConaughey once again as his last resort. We know that negotiations with him behind the scenes continue, and yes, he will be cast as the lead of this show one way or another. There are also rumors that Morgan Freeman might star in the series as a side character. He already worked with Sheridan in Lioness, so it wouldn't be a shock to see him in 1944 as well. Which actor do you think will eventually lead 1944? Let me know in the comments below. So, why should we be excited for 1944? Well, 1944 holds particular significance as it connects the dots between the earlier prequels and the modern-day Yellowstone. Depending on its success, this prequel could either launch the franchise into new stories and spin-offs, or serve as a fitting conclusion to the Dutton family's long-running saga. Now, let's move on to the subject matter of 1944. There is one thing about the date. 1944. And it is the fact that it was the peak period of the war atmosphere that gripped the U.S. Montana's ranches, including the Dutton Ranch, played a crucial role in the war effort by providing food supplies, particularly beef, for the troops. So, 1944 will likely show the Duttons at a peak in their ranching success, benefiting from the demand for resources during the war. However, the war could also strain their operations, as many ranch hands and young men were drafted, leaving a labor shortage. This situation might prompt the Dutton women and older family members to take on greater roles, much like what happened on American farms and ranches during that period. Given that 1923 introduced the theme of war trauma through Spencer Dutton's experiences in World War I, 1944 will likely explore similar themes. With John Dutton II, who is the father of Kevin Costner's John Dutton, growing up during this period, the series may examine how the war shaped his upbringing and the environment of the Yellowstone Ranch. Some characters could return from the battlefield dealing with physical or emotional scars, which would add to the tension and complexity of the Dutton family dynamic. As in 1923, industrialization and the expansion of federal control could continue to challenge the Duttons in 1944. The war period brought about significant technological advances and a shift in the American economy, and ranching families like the Duttons would have had to adapt to these changes. This could lead to conflicts over land use, modernization of farming techniques, and increased pressure from outside interests wanting to take over the Dutton property. Despite the challenges posed by World War II, 1944 could also portray a prosperous period for the Dutton family. Montana ranches thrived during the war due to high demand for beef, so we might see the Duttons reaching a peak in their wealth and influence. This period could serve as the Yellowstone Ranch's golden age, showing the family at their most successful before the conflicts of the modern series begin to erode their power. How do you think the war will impact the Duttons and the Yellowstone Ranch? Can't wait to hear your thoughts on it. With many men away at war, the women of the Dutton family will most definitely take on more prominent roles. This could serve as a deeper exploration of the strength and resilience of the Dutton women, echoing characters like Beth Dutton in the modern Yellowstone. The series is likely to provide insight into how the Dutton women helped shape the family's legacy, especially during a time when women across the country were stepping into roles traditionally held by men. For more content on the Yellowstone franchise, make sure to like and follow. Click the video on the screen to see what is next in the Yellowstone world.